want to win them all, don't get me wrong. Every time you compete, if you're wired the way you need to be wired, you're there to win. But I'd be lying if I said the big ones don't matter more. The ones that you dream about when you're a little kid. The ones you win 1,000 times in your head before you even get a chance to do it for real. The ones that give you a chance to put your name into the books they'll read about forever. You better believe the big ones matter more, because they are where history is made, and history matters because it lasts. It matters because it's where legends are born and raised. It matters because it's never complete, always giving the very best of every new generation a chance to etch their names into it. That's what inspires them, what drives them, what pushes them to keep working as hard as they can, to give themselves the best shot every time this day comes on the calendar. No matter what your story is, whether this is your first time in front of the world, or even if you've been to the pinnacle before, the meaning is the same for all of them. And don't forget, the crowd knows it too.
Welcome along, everyone. It is the Indianapolis 500, one of the greatest, if not the greatest day in motorsports, and the greatest race in motorsports, as we will have 6 drivers, all from the F1 schedule here. Like tradition, we will always start 3 wide here, as you can see all the cars here on the grid, as we're about to start getting underway here from the Indianapolis 500. We have 500 miles of racing action. As you can see now, the cars are going off. Let's go to Chase, starting lineup. And first, we have Lewis Hamilton here. He will be starting on pole with Max Verstappen in second. Charles Leclerc will be third, with Carlos Sainz in fourth. Fifth is the other Red Bull of Sergio Perez, aka Checo. Sixth is George Russell. George Russell will round out tonight's grid. Race info, it's a 2.5-mile track here. Very famous, the Indianapolis 500. It's a 6-lap race, and it's the 108th running of the Indianapolis 500. And now to kick off this show, Lee Diffie will lead us down to the green flag.
This is, and always will be, the greatest spectacle in racing. This is the Indianapolis 500.
Thank you, Lee Diffie. We are underway here in the Indianapolis 500. Lewis Hamilton will get a great start. He will have your race leads. We head down the back straightaway. He will be in front of Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen, who's battling for P2. Verstappen will overtake Charles Leclerc for P2 as we go to end the first lap. Lewis Hamilton, your race leader. Max Verstappen second. Max Verstappen going for the race lead. Sideways. He's around. Up into the catch fence. He will head. Max Verstappen, a huge wreck here on lap number 2. Red flag almost immediately for a huge flip, as we can see the replay right now of the race start. It was a very clean race start. It was very fast by Lewis Hamilton to have that early lead, but Verstappen in that Red Bull, he just caught up to him as we went through turns 1 and 2 and just got very loose and hit the wall, and that thing just blew over into the catch fence, as now we can see in slow motion what happened. I mean, that was a brutal hit. Yeah, he just got very loose and just went around at about 230 miles per hour, hard into the outside barrier and upside down. He will walk away from his cars. Let's head to our first commercial break. Welcome back to the Indianapolis 500. We're still under red flag as they do the cleanup from Max Verstappen's horrific crash in turn number 2. And you can see right now the cleanup here. Huge damage to the wall. Max Verstappen, huge damage to his Red Bull. Let's go to our second commercial break.
Okay, here we go. Focus. Speed. I am speed. 1 winner. 42 losers. I eat losers for breakfast. Breakfast? Maybe I should have had breakfast. Oh, Brecky could be good for me. No, stay focused. Speed. I'm faster than fast, quicker than quick. I am lightning.
Hey, Lightning, you ready?
We are back under the yellow flag in the 108th running of the Indianapolis 500, as now we will head to our last and final commercial break under this yellow. We are back here from the 108th running of the Indianapolis 500. It's going to be Hamilton, Leclerc, Russell in a two-lap shootout. Pace cars off. Green flag back in the air. Charles Leclerc, George Russell will get a great start. Hamilton falls back a ton. Leclerc's going to have the race lead going through 3 and 4. On the white flag. No, he's blown up. Here comes the Mercedes of George Russell and the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz down the backstretch. Here comes Checo Perez into 3 and 4. Checo Perez off the final corner. He is going to win the Indianapolis 500. Checo Perez is a winner here from Indianapolis in the 108th running of this great race. As we can see the replay now, Leclerc's engine and gearbox just blew up. Head to the final lap in typical Ferrari fashion, and then a 3-wide pass down the backstretch. What a pass by Checo Perez, and he holds on to win the 108th running of the Indianapolis 500. As you can see right here, just his gearbox and engine just started to give out in typical Ferrari fashion. And then this pass was insane by Checo down the backstretch. He made this thing 3 wide. Took advantage of Russell and Sainz just battling for the win because they were all eyes on them. But Checo comes away and steals one here in the Indianapolis 500. And you can see he completes the move heading into 3 and 4. As let's go to our race results. Checo Perez, as I said, he did win the Indianapolis 500, as you just saw. Carlos Sainz second. George Russell finishes out the podium with Lewis Hamilton, his teammate, in fourth. Charles Leclerc finishes fifth after that DNF there on the final lap. And Max Verstappen, after flying into the catch fence, he will finish in the 6th and last position. Hope you all enjoyed this race, as we'll see you next time for F1 at the Monaco Grand Prix.